Hello everyone and welcome to We Speeches. Welcome back. As you know, today the World Blitz Championship took place in Russia, and as you may know, Magnus Carlsen won the title, beating Hikaru Nakamura in the tiebreak. This is the last game of the mini match in which Magnus Carlsen is playing with the white pieces, Hikaru with the black pieces, and Magnus won a really interesting, we we could say, endgame, even though the queens were still alive. But yeah, it was kind of an endgame, and Magnus Carlsen won this game, which appears to be really equal. We will see how he managed to win this game. Very amazing. The position was almost equal. Magnus just jumping around with the knights managed to win the title. The game started with d4. This is a London system, everything very theoretical, and in this position the black pieces used to play knight to c6 or maybe even short castle, but Hikaru decided to play d takes c4, bishop takes, short castle, and now rook to c1, threatening the queen, which goes to e7, and now short castle. After short castle, Hikaru played b7, and we can see that the game looks really drawable. I would say that in a classic game, the players could easily deal a draw in this position. But as you know, this is Blitz, everything can happen. Magnus played queen to e2. Now we exchange the bishops and knight to e5. Knight to e5, trying to jump into the black skin position. Now Hikaru offering the exchange of the knights, and now Magnus played queen to f3. You can see that Magnus is trying to exchange the queens and try to use or try to take advantage of the better rooks positions. As you can see, my rooks are my rooks. Okay, and okay, my rooks are placed in a better position, and your rooks are still not developed, but it's still very equal. But Hikaru decided not to exchange the queens. Maybe no, at this point it's not a bad move, but I'm sure Hikaru Nakamura is regretful of this move because now Magnus jumped into c6 with a knight. As you can see, looks like we are blundering a pawn here on, on a2. But what happened after queen takes, knight to c4, king to h8, and after something like rook to d3, the position is really equal. It's true that the white pieces are more active, and we can try to complicate the game because we can kind of treating checkmate, but it's not clear. I think at the end of the day, this is gonna be equal unless Hikaru makes a big mistake. But Hikaru decided to play directly king to h8 instead of taking the pawn on a2. And now, after knight to c4, Hikaru decided to take. This is almost the same, but I would say that this is a better position for Magnus because now we can play directly g4. And here you have to be very careful because The position is still equal, but it's easy to make a mistake or at least an inaccurate, which is what happened in the game. Hikaru played knight to c5, which is still good, it's still equal, it's not a bad move, but after knight to d6, Hikaru made a mistake. He played knight to b3, which is already really bad for the black pieces. Now Magnus can win the game. Now Magnus can play for the victory, and this is not a position you wanna play with the black pieces because after rook to c2, Beta was playing something like queen takes. Queen takes, easy. And now the position can be really interesting because after rook to b1, queen to c2, knight to e7, knight to f, knight f to e4, and now looks like we can win the exchange with knight takes f7, but this is kind of a blunder because after takes and knight to g5, we are playing for the victory with the black pieces. We have two passed pawns, we have two good knights, really coordinating. The queen is really active, and our king is more than safe. It's almost impossible to treat something against this king on h8. But you don't have to take the exchange. You can play easily rook b to c1, and we can jump into this endgame, which is really equal. So we have a knight and a rook for the exchange for the queen, and we have two pass pawns. I think this is still complicated, but white can manage to stop those two pass pawns with the queen and would be equal. But knight to b3, mistake, rook to c2, the queen has to go to a4, and now we are just winning a tempo, rook to c4. Maybe even knight to c5 was better here, going back, but the white pieces has still some opportunities to win the game. But queen to a4 I think is also an inaccurate because now we win a tempo, and as you can see we have the rook on the 4 rank, and we are just crushing your king side. What can I do with the black pieces? My queen is out of the game. My rook on a8 is also out. My knight on b3 is also out of the game. Actually, Hikaru tried to jump with the knight b to c5, but here Magnus has checkmate in 3 moves. Magnus didn't see the checkmate because of the time. It's a blitz game, and Magnus had, I think, over 16 seconds or something like that. So it's not easy to watch all the move with that amount of time. So Magnus just played it for the simple knight takes, taking the exchange, and now we can take the knights, two knights for the rook. We are a piece up, and there is no perpetual check. There is nothing you can tweet. Hikaru, he trying to play the last sources, but now after rook to f4 is over. Hikaru resigned, and Magnus Carlsen is the champion of the World Blitz Championship. Now he's the 3 times champion. He won the Classic Championship, Rapid Championship, and now the Blitz Championship. What can I say? This guy is amazing. That's all for today. Thank you